I used to drive a big old giant monster truck, you know, because that was to be a tough guy, you know, to hide the fact. You know, I had a Toyota four-wheel drive, I had 44-inch tires on it. I was the envy of every guy in the San Fernando Valley with a small penis. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. My name's Jessica Lynn, and I am 49 years old, and I was born with a birth defect.
I teach sociology, and my responsibilities are to teach various topics from gender studies to racism to terrorism to ageism, sexism, using sociological theories. Jessica is a breath of fresh air. Her personality is vibrant, it's outgoing.
I knew ever since I was a very, very young child, at 3, 4 years old, that my body did not click properly. I knew that there was something absolutely, definitely wrong with me.
She captured everyone's attention. She's a terrific speaker, brutally honest.
You know what, I'm a responsible man, and I had a child, you know, and I got married.
She tells her story with a self-deprecating humor that makes everybody like her. With Jessica, she'll talk about anything. So I think that rather than me teach gender studies or read from the book about gender studies, we had this wonderful woman come to tell her entire story, which I think really brought being transgender to light. Everything about her is authentic. I felt really lucky that she was willing to come to 2 of my classes.
My name is Louise Beatty Beckham, and I teach human sexuality here at Cuesta College. You know, I would never, ever consider having a guest speaker without meeting them, but I had 2 students in my class that had met her at her shop, where she had a clothing store, a retail store. And they came to me and said, Louise, there's this most unbelievable woman, you need to meet her, and you need to have her as a guest speaker. Jessica has a really big, wonderful personality that immediately connects with people. And she has such an amazing story to tell that people are just, they gravitate towards her. I mean, and she does make that immediate connection.
And it's about 6, 7 months into our relationship, I said, Barbara, I want to be a girl. And can you imagine your boyfriend that you lost your virginity to, 15 years old, coming to you and saying, I want to be a girl, you know?
I sit back and let her take it, pretty much. And I will share with you that when she came to class the first time, and this is always what I do with guest speakers, I like to sit up at the front of the classroom and just kind of off to the side, so kind of like this, and I like to really watch to see the reactions of the students. And it is really, it's pretty amazing. And even right now, me telling you this, I'm getting goosebumps. Because the students just, you can see them sitting there going like this. There's a lot of this going on. Because she really tells their story for some of them. And she engages them in the conversation as she asks them questions as well, and says, do you relate to that, or is that, you know, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. I mean, she's not just up there lecturing to them. She's really having a conversation. She's so comfortable and so comfortable in her own skin, and she makes a room full of 40 students comfortable right away, because she tells her story from the heart, and it's just such an amazing, beautiful story. It's very easy to step into her shoes. You're so compelled by her passion that you find yourself saying, wow, even though this isn't not my reality at all, and I don't necessarily relate to this story in terms of myself, but I can very much so step into her shoes. But to bring someone in like Jessica, who's lived her entire life and has this story to tell and has gone through the surgery and is living now as a woman, wow, how powerful.